In the beginning, there was no thunder, no divine trumpet blast, just a whisper, subtle and soft, hidden in the spaces between your thoughts. It was never meant to shout, because the sacred things don't need to. This whisper was your own voice long before the world taught you what to believe about yourself. Before labels, before fear, before failure had a name. It spoke in the language of possibility. You are more than this moment. But over time, the voice was buried beneath layers of noise, of opinions, expectations, disappointments. And yet, even now, it lingers like a forgotten melody, echoing through the empty corridors of your soul. The question is, will you listen? Because every word you speak into the air is heard by something ancient, and it responds. Let me ask you something. How do you speak to yourself when no one is listening? Not on your good days, but on the ones when you drop the glass, miss the deadline, feel like you're not enough. Do you console yourself with compassion, or do you turn into your own executioner? The truth is hard, but it must be spoken. Most people are unknowingly casting spells of limitation every day. Every "I'm so unlucky" becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Every "that always happens to me" is a script rehearsed until it becomes law. Your words are not commentary, they are commands. And the universe isn't asking whether you meant it. It's simply answering, yes. That's the cruel trick we've played on ourselves. We speak in sarcasm, we joke in self-deprecation, we complain as a form of bonding. And in doing so, we plant seeds of struggle. Then wonder why life won't bloom. But there is a way back, a way home, not to the place where you were born, but to the being you were before the world told you who to be. The journey begins in silence, in awareness, in observing your inner dialogue as though it belongs to someone else, because in truth, it does. Much of what we say to ourselves was inherited, passed down like genetic scars from generations who also forgot their power. And now, we must unlearn. Neville Goddard spoke of the law of assumption, that what you assume to be true becomes your truth. So when you say, "I am wealthy," you are not lying to yourself. You're lifting yourself into the version of you that already exists, in a higher dimension of thought. Like tuning a radio, you shift frequency, and your reality shifts with it. But there's a catch. Words alone are not enough. You must feel them, embody them, live as though the miracle has already occurred. Because the subconscious mind doesn't respond to logic. It responds to emotion. Here's the moment that separates the dreamer from the awakened. Not when they get what they want, but when they realize they already are what they seek. Say this with me. I am the source. I am the seed. I am the sun. This is the sacred reversal. When you stop begging the universe to give you more, and instead command your reality to reflect what already lives within. You do not speak, "I will one day be loved." You say, "I am love. I radiate it. I am surrounded by it." You do not plead, "Please let me find peace." You breathe deeply and whisper, "I am peace. I carry it in every breath." This is not delusion. It is divine alignment. It is stepping into the temple of your mind and realizing you are both the priest and the God it worships. You were never powerless. You were simply untrained in the art of speech. Every phrase you speak is an incantation. Every thought, a blueprint. Every sentence, a doorway or a dead end. The ancients weren't wrong when they called language sacred. They understood what we have forgotten. Words are living things. They grow, they echo, they return. So choose yours as if the entire universe is listening, because it is. And when you speak to yourself again, after this video ends and the world becomes loud once more, speak not as a victim, not as a hopeful child, but as a creator, a weaver of realms, a bearer of light. Because the moment you speak with love, conviction, and clarity, you will attract all you desire, not because you asked, but because you became it.